Hello, hello. We are going to talk about alternatives to the pill. And there's so many of them. I'm going to focus on the ones that just through research and knowledge have a very limited or no effect on a woman's overall health, mental, physical, physiological, all the things. There's actually three. One of them is abstinence. You can just choose not to have sex. But if you are having sex, let's talk about the other two. One of them is the rhythm method or counting your days. And there's two things that I would highly recommend you do if you're going to choose this method. Number one, have an app that you can track it. Or there's also some necklaces you can hang on your bed, but have an outside physical source so you're not relying on this right here. This also requires you to know if you're ovulating and when you ovulate. And if you don't know those things, then you need to invest in some ovulation kits. You literally pee on a stick, it tells you if you're ovulating, and then you train yourself to know what does ovulation feel like so that you know you. And then you take a week, 3 days, day of ovulation, you take those 7 days off and you use some other form of protection like a condom, or there's so many other ones that we can use. Then the third one is a copper IUD, and there's actually two IUDs out. One is a Mirena, and that has a lot of hormones, gives you all the same issues that the pill will. The other one is a copper IUD. Now, the problem with the copper IUD is that it lasts up to 11 years. So there's no doctor reimbursement every 3 to 5 years like there is the Mirena. The other issue with the copper IUD is that it does not come with an insertion packet like the Mirena does. So you actually have to find an OB that knows what they're doing, because it's not just simply blind eye shoot it and it's in. You actually have to place it appropriately. So that's a big one. Many OBs don't know how to put the copper IUD in, and so they just choose not to do it. And that's fine, just find the one that can. Now the other issue with the copper IUD is sometimes you can have a reaction to that. And I have found that there are two things that limit that reaction greatly, and you must stay on them if you choose to do the copper IUD. And that is Standard Processes Spanish black radish and Young Living sulfurzyme. And those two things help negate the copper and keep yourself very, very healthy. Now, if you're having some quirky symptoms and you have the copper IUD, there's also a blood test that you can have that will measure the copper in your body, and then you'll immediately know if those symptomatology is occurring because of that IUD. You simply get it removed, it's no problem. The other beautiful thing about the IUDs is there's no effect on your fertility. So the moment you pull it out, you can get pregnant immediately. And that's super important for those of you that do want to have a baby, but just don't want to have the baby right now. And so these are some alternatives that I would love for you guys to investigate more, and I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye-bye.